You know, I've been watching hockey for a long time now, and when I was younger, I used to get really upset at the refs, like calls they would make and calls they wouldn't make and stuff like that. But as I've gotten older, I don't get as upset with the refs anymore because they're human, right? We're all going to make mistakes. They're not going to see everything. They're going to miss some stuff. I get that. But my goodness, there is no doubt, if you watch this game, you would know that the refs sadly ended up playing a bit of a factor in this one. There is no question. Monday, October 13th, it is Thanksgiving Day here in Canada, so happy Thanksgiving to all of my fellow Canadians. The Ottawa Senators played their third game of the regular season against the Nashville Predators at the Canadian Tire Center. It was the Sens home opener. 1 o'clock p.m. EST start time. It was Linus Ullmark starting for the Sens and UC Saros for the Predators. So Ottawa was 1-1 coming into today, and Nashville was 1-0-1. So lineup notes: Batherson continues to be out with that upper body injury. I don't know when he's coming back. I don't know. I'm starting to wonder how serious this injury is because he's still out. He has not played yet this season, so I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully he comes back soon. They definitely could have used him today. On the good side, though, the good news is Jordan Spence did end up playing. It was his Senators debut, and also Tyler Clevin was back in the lineup as well. So that's some good news. Things are looking pretty good at the start, the pregame. And also, Shane Pinto was named the second star of the week last week. He had 4 goals. I believe there's only one player that had more goals than him last week, and now the name's escaping me who it is, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he was second in the league in goals last week, so good on Pinto. Alright, let's go ahead and break down this game. It was yet another rough one for the Sens, but oh my goodness, dude. Like, we'll get into the things that annoyed me about this game as I go through. So, Nashville ends up winning by a score of 4-1. Senators drop to 1-2 on the season. Nashville moves to 2-0-1. So the stats here: shots, Ottawa outshot Nashville 32-26. The faceoffs, the Sens have been dominating in the faceoff dot, 71.4% in the faceoff dot today, compared to 28.6 for Nashville. The power plays, this is the biggest positive right here. If you're a Sens fan, Nashville was 0 for 6 on the power play today. 0 for 6. So the fact that I can sit here and say that Ottawa was 6 for 6 on the penalty kill today after the last 2 games went, that's crazy. I can't believe I'm sitting here saying that. And Ottawa was 1 for 5. They did get a late power play goal, which I'll get to a little bit later. Penalty minutes were 12-10 in favor of Ottawa. Hits were 29-20, also in favor of Ottawa. Block shots were close, 15-14 in favor of the Sens. Giveaways 18-12 in favor of Nashville having the least. And takeaways were even at 3 apiece. And these two teams have one more meeting this season, and that is not till January 22nd. So, we're going to go ahead and break down this game. There were definitely some things that annoyed me, and if you watch the game, you probably know what annoyed me the most, but we'll get to that. So, first period starts. There really was not too much going on in the first period. There wasn't. Not a lot of high danger chances, which I'll get to a little bit later, but Jensen ends up taking a delay of game penalty, and Forsberg for Nashville gets a breakaway, and Ullmark makes the save. But the Sens are having trouble clearing the puck on the PK, not just on the PK, but just in general. They are struggling to clear the zone. I don't know what the deal is. Like, dude, you're killing a penalty. Just get the puck out. Just get it out. You don't even, not even necessarily all the way down the ice. Just get it out across the blue line at least. At the very least. But man, it was a struggle for them tonight. Or today, I should say. So Nashville ends up taking an interference penalty with 22 seconds left on their power play. So that power play actually got cut a little bit short. So good for Ottawa. So there was a cross-check from Yossi on Tkachuk, and Tkachuk got up slowly. He went to the dressing room shortly after that, but he ended up coming back. So the Sens actually had a 5-on-3 for 37 seconds, but they couldn't get anything going. Like no good chances. Nashville was blocking everything. Like it says Nashville. Apparently Ottawa had more blocked shots. I don't know. It felt like Nashville had more than 14, but it felt like they were blocking everything on the power play. Um, and then on the power play, actually Nashville ends up getting a shorthanded breakaway, which was stopped, thankfully. The power play just they did get a power play goal, but man, it didn't look great though, to be honest. There was a huge hit for Clevin. Clevin had a couple of big hits, but and me personally, it doesn't look like he's still 100%. It still looks like he might be dealing with something, but he did have a couple of big hits. So this was kind of funny. I wanted to make a note of this. So after the first commercial break, I believe it was, they come back to the game and they showed UC Saros just standing at the bench, like while the Sens were coming out during the player announcements, like before the game, and they just showed Saros like staring at the players skating through the crease. So I thought that was kind of funny. And Jamie McLennan, I was watching this on TSN. McLennan said he's like, I've never seen that before. I've never seen a goalie stand there and watch the players come out during the pregame thing for the home opener. I thought it was kind of funny, so I wanted to make a note of that. So yeah, so that happened. So there was a holding penalty against Shane Pinto. So Nashville goes back to the power play. Stamkos had a one-timer that went off the outside of the post. They had a couple of close calls, but nothing ended up going in the back of the net. So again, I put this down again. Sens having trouble clearing the puck, but they would kill it. They would kill that penalty. So now Ottawa has a power play. Nashville is just... They were the more aggressive team today. McLennan and Miller mentioned it a few times during the broadcast. Nashville was just more aggressive, and it showed. It really showed. So there was a too many men call for Ottawa, and the Sens killed it. Thankfully, again, their penalty kill was good tonight. Or today, I keep saying tonight, but today. So he did kill that. And then there was just a careless cross-checking penalty from Tyler Clevin. It was after the whistle. There was 9 seconds left in the first period. There's no reason for this, man. Like, there's just no reason for it. So, yeah, 9 seconds left in the first. Clevin takes a cross-checking penalty, and that would carry over into the second period. But it was kind of a low-event first period. Really not too much going on. The shots were just 7-6 Ottawa after the first. So, apparently... The high danger chances, according to Jamie McLennan, were 5-0 Nashville in the first period, and I believe it, because Nashville had a couple of breakaways in that period, but they couldn't finish. So I do believe that, and really no good chances for the Sens in that first period. So I guess after the first, you were feeling okay, not great, but it's 0-0 going into the second, so, there's that. So we roll into the second period, and Nashville still has that power play. The Sens kill it off. There were no shots from either team about 3 minutes into the period. And then we have yet another controversial play involving the Sens. And oh my goodness, this I was not happy after this. So Sanderson scores, and the goal counts, but Nashville would challenge it for a goalie interference. And this review took a while. It took about 5 minutes for them to review this. So they review it. I think this goal should have counted, man. I know I'm a Sens fan, maybe I'm biased, but this is a bad call. I think it's a bad call. So Stützle goes through the crease and he touches Saros. He touches his pad. Just a little poke. Just barely touching it. And Saros still had time to get across to make that save. He did. Like, it was a bad call. It's a bad call. Listen, I know I'm a Sens fan, maybe I'm biased, but I think that goal should have counted. I do. So if that goal, it got waved off, obviously. And, at this point, that would have made the game 1-0 for the Sens, but when that goal got waved off, I'm just like, yeah, here we go again. It's not the Sens day again. So, and sure enough, I was right. So, yeah, that happened. So there was a 2-on-1 there was also a 2-on-1 for the Sens, and Shabbat gets tripped. At least he appeared to get tripped, but there was no call. I don't know. It looked like he got tripped to me, but I don't know. But Nashville has just one shot about 10.5 minutes into the second period. Like, they're really not doing that much, truly. Like, they're not really doing that much offensively. But I put this down yet again. The Sens cannot clear the zone, and they fail to clear again. And pass goes down low to Marchessault, walks out front all alone, and he buries it. So it is 1-0 Nashville. So that goal came at the 12:11 mark of the second period. Michael Bunting and Eric Holla getting the assist there, and they can't clear the zone. They gotta fix this issue, man. I don't know what it is with clearing the zone. They need help there big time. So yeah, it's 1-0 Nashville at that point. So Michael Amadio gets hooked with a little over 3 minutes left in the second period, and Ottawa goes back to the power play again. That power play lasted 38 seconds because Pinto took a hooking penalty. So there goes that power play. Spence also had a one-timer. It hit the outside of the post, and this was especially when this play happened here. So Spence hits the post, the puck kind of comes back out front. The net was wide open. There were a couple of Sens there, but Saros is down, and the Sens couldn't bury it, and it's just, you know, I knew it wasn't their night after the waved off goal, but after that happened, I was just like, forget it. It's over. Like, it's late in the second period at this point. 1-0 Nashville. Sens can't get anything going at all. So yeah, that happened. So Nashville would get a brief power play. The Sens would kill that. The shots were 12-6 Ottawa in the second period. So like, neither team really took this game over. I feel like it was kind of flat for both teams, honestly, after the second period. Like, nobody's really dominating, I would say. So, but again, at the end of the day, we're going into the third period feeling kind of okay. Like, we're down 1-0. We are out shooting and out chancing Nashville, so, feeling kind of okay. So we go into the third period, and 58 seconds into the period, this was another weird call. So 58 seconds into the third period, the puck is fired towards the Nashville bench while they were changing, and they blow the whistle. So surely you're thinking, okay, it's too many men. Nope. I don't know why they blow the whistle, actually. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I never got an explanation for that. So you look at the play, they fire the puck towards the bench. It looks like too many men, and they blow the whistle. But I don't know why they blow the whistle. I have no idea. So yeah, that happened. And there was also a waved off icing against Nashville a little over 5 minutes in. Stützle came back. He was not happy about that non-call, and it looked like it was icing, but it wasn't. But again, just Nashville, Nashville really not doing too much in terms of offense, and Ottawa just kind of looked like they were out of steam at around the 9-minute mark of the period. Perron ends up taking a tripping penalty at 11:16 of the third period. This was the 6th power play for Nashville, and Ottawa killed it. So again, they were Nashville 0 for 6 on the power play. Sens were 6 for 6 on the penalty kill. So there's a positive there. But Jensen was weak on a play. He doesn't look right to me, man. Jensen still looks like he's dealing with something. I applaud him for coming back from his injury, but he still does not look right, especially on this play here. So Jensen goes over to make a play on the boards. He just misses his guy completely. Odd man rush for Nashville, and they come back the other way, and it's 2-0. They bury it. It's 2-0 Nashville. So at that point, you knew it was curtains. At that point, just forget it. Stützle has another great chance on a rebound. He was all over it tonight. Stützle had a handful of good chances, but he just cannot finish. I mean, nobody could finish today, but oh boy, like at some point in time, I know it's still early, it's 3 games, but you can only say that for so long. So I mean, Stützle still just the 1 assist so far, I think. I don't know. He's got to get it going soon, I hope. So there was also a tripping call against Nashville with 2:11 left in the period, in the game, I should say. And the Sens do score. They do score. So Dylan Cousins sends it to the net. It goes off the skate of Greg and in. And I thought it wasn't going to count. Like, I honestly thought it was not going to count. I'm thinking, okay, well, are they going to say it was kicked in now? Are they going to say it was interference again? But nope, it actually did count. So I guess there is a positive there too. No shutout. I try to find positives, man, in games like this. But yeah, I mean, the goal goes in, makes it 2-1, but it didn't really matter. So Sens would pull Allmark, and Marchessault would add an empty netter. So that's his second of the game. Oh, and also on the second Nashville goal, forgot to mention it was scored by Ryan O'Reilly, assisted from Stamkos and Forsberg. The Sens goal, the only goal they scored, was from Ridley Gregg. Assists go to Dylan Cousins and Jake Sanderson, and that was a power play goal. And that empty netter, the first empty netter, was from Marchessault, assisted by Yossi. And they pulled Allmark again. At this point, I'm thinking, like, what's the point, dude? You're just gonna give them free goals, free points, and surely enough, they do. They do add another empty netter. Cole Smith gets an empty netter from Luke Evangelista, and that made it 4-1, and that's your final. So, yeah, also worthy of note, Brady Tkachuk did not take a single shift in the final 9 minutes, so I don't know if that has something to do with when he went to the boards, that cross-check from Yossi, but that's definitely a bit of a concern. He did stay on the bench. He was on the bench, but he didn't take a shift for the final 9 minutes. Roughly 9 minutes, but yeah, not a great performance in the Sens home opener. It really wasn't. So we'll go ahead and look at the box score here. So really nobody had. There is one player that had a good night, I would say. I'll get to him in a minute here. So the only points go to, of course, Ridley Gregg with the goal, and Dylan Cousins and Jake Sanderson, 1 assist each. And I don't think, well, actually, I'm looking at it right now. So every player was a minus except for Tkachuk, Nick Cousins, and Zub. That's it. Everyone else was a minus. So yeah, not great. Jake Sanderson led the team again in ice time, 25-58. And I'm just going through the stats here. Stützle led the way with 6 shots. So yeah, again, he was all over it. I mentioned it earlier. He had a lot of good chances, but just can't finish. I mean, nobody could finish today. Stützle also led the forwards in blocks with 2. Clevin had the most blocks on the team with 3. Looking at the hits here, Dylan Cousins, once again. Cousins, he's a physical player. I didn't realize how physical he was until he got to Ottawa, but Dylan Cousins with 7 hits. And it does look like that led the team. Yes, it did. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So, yeah, it was a rough go. It just, like, I really don't want to be one of those people that just complains about the refs all the time, because like I said at the start of the video, being a ref is a hard job, right? And we're all human. They're human. They're going to make mistakes. I get that, but there's no doubt they definitely played a factor in this game. Did Ottawa only lose this game because of the refs? No, absolutely not. They still couldn't get any offense going. Saros played great. I mean, Saros is one of the best goalies in the league, in my opinion. Speaking of which, the goalie stats, Allmark played good. He did play good. It's ironic because this is the first game that I would say Allmark actually played well, and then he got no goal support. Go figure. So Allmark stops 22 out of 24 shots for a .917 save percentage. He played well. He made some big saves. There were some breakaways in there. But UC Saros, man, 31 out of 32 shots stopped, .969 save percentage. There's one of your difference makers right there. So Yeah, I know. It can be easy to look at the game, especially if you're a Sens fan, and complain about the refs and the calls they made and the stuff they missed. But at the end of the day, man, one goal on 32 shots, they just couldn't finish. And 1 for 5 on the power play, they did get one, but they definitely have some stuff to work on. The penalty kill was better today, so there is a positive. But yeah, not a great start to the home schedule. But again, it is early, but you can always say that for so long. So that is it for this review, guys. Our next game is going to be on Wednesday, October 15th, 7 o'clock p.m. EST. Start time in Buffalo, and Buffalo is 0-3 right now, so we'll see how that goes. Josh Norris, I'm pretty sure, is hurt again. I feel so bad for that guy. I'm going to talk more about that on during the Wednesday's video, but yeah, Norris is hurt again. I was kind of looking forward to seeing him play against Ottawa for the first time, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Also, I did not do this in the video against Florida. I did not read the 3 stars of the game. Forgot to do that last time, so I'll make sure I do that this time. The 3 stars of the game. So, to no surprise, first star of the game obviously is UC Saros with a 969 save percentage. He deserves the first star, of course, absolutely. Second star of the game, Jonathan Marchessault. He had 2 goals, and I guess Jake Sanderson was the third star with 1 assist. So there you go. So yes, the Ottawa Senators fall 4-1 to the Nashville Predators on Monday, October 13th. They dropped to 1-2 on the season. It is still early, but again, you can always say that for so long. So yes, that is it for me, guys. So once again, next game is on Wednesday, October 15th, 7 o'clock p.m. EST start time at Buffalo. Little side note with this game and their next game after that, I don't know how much of it I'll be watching necessarily because the Blue Jays are also playing, so I'm going to be watching the Blue Jays game as well, but obviously I'm going to watch as much of the Sens game as I can, so yeah, I'll definitely make sure to take as many notes as I can. They might be shorter videos, but we'll see. And also, go Jays go. They're actually playing very soon at the time I'm recording this. But anyways, that is it for me, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and go Sens go.